Hola, muchachos y muchachas. Buenos días. Bonjour. Ni hao ma. O genki desu ka? Namaste. Namaskaram. I hope everyone is feeling okay, feeling great, feeling transcendent even, feeling that they're on a journey and that journey is progressing. That they've achieved some milestones, they've achieved some significant improvement, some marked developments in their transition, some perceived alignment, some improvements in what I would call cosmic alignment. And speaking of cosmic alignments, there's a type of alignment known as the Lion's Gate. And the Lion's Gate cosmic alignment opens every year on August 8th to the 12th, when the sun is in Leo and is marked by the star Sirius and its closer relationship to Earth, while aligning in Orion's belt, which perfectly syncs up with the pyramids in Giza. And that is a alignment, a cosmic alignment that I personally identify, recognize as a monumental guidestone, significant point of departure from where I was previously in life, and where on a very certain morning that I vividly do recall waking up on the 11th of August, August 11th, within that cosmic Lion Gate alignment transitional period, August 11th of 2021. So, what, about 6 months ago, roughly? But that morning for me was a momentous departure from where I was at in life, and it was also a day that changed my perception of what it means to be alive and what my purpose was, very dramatically. So, but anyway, that Lion's Gate, that cosmic alignment, it's a type of rising in Sirius, when Sirius rises on the horizon together with the sun and remains visible for a few moments until it fades with the advance of dawn. And but that's a very significant time for me. And I wanted to kind of just, invite whomever might find this video of interest, to go on a bit of a sky watching journey, if you will. And then here's a sort of a representation of the rising of Sirius, 43 BCE, not 2021, but time period quite some time ago. And there you go. And here we have a little bit more of the Canis Major, Sirius, the dog star. Credo Moutois has mentioned being in communication with the dolphins and whales, and the messages that they've transmitted to him and his people through the dream state was that their emperor Wuwanji came from this star system, Sirius star system. So here's a little bit more of a close-up view of Canis Major and the Sirius star system. And you can kind of see over here in this upper right from where I'm configured, the Orion system. So Sirius, sometimes called the dog star, is the brightest star visible from any part of Earth and is in the constellation Canis Major, the greater dog. Although white to blue, white in color, Sirius might be called a rainbow star, as it often flickers or sparkles with many colors. Here we go, a little bit, even closer inspection of the star system, Sirius. Orion, you see over here. I mention Orion every time I see an indication thereof, because Orion's is another impactful star system with the history of the planet Earth and just the whole cosmic history in general, with the Orion Wars and such. And the Sirius is Greek for the sparkling or scorching one. Sirius A is considered to be a variable star because its companion, Sirius B, can boost its brightness when located in front of the star as observed from Earth. There you have some depictions of that. Sirius A sun like our yellow sun. Sirius B is a carbon star the size of Earth. Sirius invisible light. Sirius and X-ray. There you have two depictions thereof. The star Sirius was considered sacred, and its apparition in the sky was accompanied with feasts and celebrations. Now, keep in mind, this is also where the pyramids in Egypt and the Giza Plateau are oriented with the star systems, okay? Dog star heralded the coming of the hot and dry days of July and August, hence the popular term, the dog days of summer. Sum plus mer. So yeah, I'm just, there you go, dog days of summer. Artifacts of ancient civilizations have revealed that Sirius was of great importance in astronomy, mythology, and occultism. Mystery schools consider it to be sun behind the sun, and therefore the true source of our sun's potency. There's another amazing close-up photo, relatively close-up. As a binary star system, Sirius is composed of a bright star called Sirius A, and around it, in an elliptical orbit, moves Sirius B, the first ever identified dwarf star. Sirius B orbits around Sirius A every 50 years, causing Sirius to wobble and appear, therefore to sparkle. Sirius is classified as an A-type star. It is a much hotter star than our sun. Its surface temperature is 9,400, in contrast to our sun is 5,500 Celsius, with just over 2 times the mass of the sun and under 2 times its diameter. Sirius still puts out 26 times as much energy, 26 times more energy. There you go, folks. There's our sun in the middle there, the third sun, then Sirius A, Sirius B. That's the big Sirius star up top there, the sun. And there's some other stars for reference point. And there's Jupiter, planet Jupiter, which is, we know, is one of the larger planets. Look at how it's dwarfed even in size. Magnificent. Our cosmic neighbors, and I don't know, I hesitate to call them objects. The sun is alive. These stars are alive for sure. And I believe, and this isn't, of course, my original thought. This is just an intuition and a statement that I make based upon just, a wide variety of information sources and all. But the sun, as you look at it, is the communication network of source. All these stars, that is the big particle, God particle, source particle, the sun, the sunlight. And so these galactic suns and all the way back, they're a network of source energy from the creator. So I hesitate to use the word object when referring to our source. I want, that sounds like a very clinical, aloof way to refer to an entity that has birthed us and continues to support our life with its heat and sun and energy. So there you go. Those are relative sizes of the Alpha Centauri components and other objects. But yeah, so I wanted, the dog star, that period, the Lion's Gate cosmic alignment. August 11th of 2021, I woke up with what I feel were these a new awareness, a new more. It was almost as if there was things that had been reconnected for me, and in hindsight, I realized that it was DNA strands being activated and reconnected and replugged in to where they were or should have been with the original design template before the family of dark came in and imprisoned us all within their digital matrix. And basically, the 12-strand DNAs were reduced to 2-strand DNAs, and the other 10 strands were cut off and basically labeled as junk DNA. And so that's how the 2 strands kept us hooked into the 3rd dimensional matrix. And so for what my journey entails, on August 11th of 2021 is when those other DNA strands, dormant DNA strands, began to activate. And that progressively, there were further activations and further and much more significant and deeper milestones and waypoints and things for myself that I experienced to bring me to the point where I am currently. And so, but, along with that, the nexus, the genesis of that sort of very significant improvement or upgrades and consciousness, identify happening on the cosmic alignment of the Lion's Gate. And so this is all tied into the heavenly entities, these bright objects, entities in our sky, and how all this ties together. These represent energy, and that's what's taking place on the Earth currently, is a massive influx of cosmic light energy, and that is what is causing the elevation of consciousness, of the higher frequencies, the ascension of planet Earth along with its inhabitants from a more denser, limited duality type of awareness to higher transcendent awareness, from 4th to 5th dimension, and from 3rd on into, lower 4th, middle 4th, up to the 5th dimension. So there's some more, many more heavenly bodies. Sun, there's Aldebaran, Vega, Hyades cluster, galactic center is right here, you see. And Sirius, the main sequence star, meaning it produces most of its energy by converting hydrogen into helium. Position of Sirius is Ra. We have more than we know. We're in the process of recovering what was. Wow. Lost and hidden long ago. This is our time. There we go. That's exactly what I've been describing. Long before scientists ever knew of its existence, and long before any equipment existed that could verify its position in the heavens, many ancient civilizations knew that behind the brilliant star Sirius lay a dark shadow star, a black star that is much smaller and more intense. Linear extension. There we go. Or scientific diagrams for you. The records of these ancient civilizations from 3,000 plus years ago include drawings of the movement of Sirius and its dwarf, Sirius B. Ancients believed that Sirius was the source of all life, yet details of Sirius AB has only recently been discovered by modern science. The ancient people, Egyptians, knew that once every year the parent sun is in line with the dog star. Therefore, the Great Pyramid was so constructed that at this sacred moment, the light of the dog star fell upon the square stone of God at the upper end of the great gallery, descending upon the head of the high priest who received the supersolar force and sought through his own perfected solar body to transmit to other initiates the added stimulation for the evolution of their godhood. This then was the purpose of the stone of God, whereon in the ritual Osiris sits to bestow upon him the illuminate, the Atf crown, or celestial light. North and south of that crown is love, proclaims the Egyptian hymn, and thus throughout the teaching of Egypt, the visible light was but the shadow of the invisible light, and in the wisdom of the ancient country, the measures of truth were the years of the Most High. There's the Pyramid of Giza right there with the orientation of the star, Sirius star, and how the light and energy. And these are portals, little, openings in the pyramid that were aligned perfectly. Mathematical, cosmic precision. Examining the knowledge hidden within all the religions of the world and eliminating dogma, we can find similarities and intersections of ideology to filter out deception or illusion. We can see greater truthers hidden behind symbolism, typically reserved for the priest class. The big four religions all seem to share one piece of the ancient star map. Orion, Horus, Sol with Islam. This is Hinduism. Om, of course. Orion, this obviously is Christianity. Pleiades system with the menorah. I believe that's the Judaic faith. All seem to share one piece of the ancient star map, the big four religions. These are our our cosmic neighbors, if you will, our cosmic family. There you go, the star secret of Om. Throughout history, for one reason or another, humanity has struggled. Conflicts, most stemming from ideology, wars, and division, resulted in the creation and recreation of religious doctrine, borrowing from its predecessors, editing and omitting as best suited the men in power. Here we go with another type of schematic, if you will, tracing shamanism is the natural spiritual technology. And no matter where on the globe humans were found, from Siberia to, furthest reaches of the Toltec Empire or, Incans, shamanism of the Native Americans, shamanism in the depths of, East Asia and ancient Thailand area. The shamanism was the spiritual technology, was the same. The Zulu shamans, all the way, that the spiritual technology and the means and methods of communicating with the spirit world were unanimous and united in the techniques and methods of communicating with the spirit world. And then you see how that develops into these major religions: Indian, Tantra, Taoism, Orthodox cult, the Sirius contact. So this is all related. All this information technology is related. And it's also has its origins from our and those star systems that were identified. It's a nice little schematic continuing on. I actually was initiated into the Ordo Templi Orientis, this Crowley's organization. That was some time ago. I only was initiated as a Minerval degree, but I ended up going into active duty Army and into a different kind of system of control. But they never, none of these systems ever owned me. I've been a free agent ever my entire life. Every book of the Illuminati has a chart showing how the conspiracy has developed over the centuries. Here's a summary of the links suggested by the evidence in the present book. regarded as a conspiracy only if you enjoy living in a script where you are one of the underdogs or victims. Yeah, that's been an identified CIA gaslighting, brainwashing technique identified long ago to create this stigma of a conspiracy theorist as somebody who's like some kind of, Looney Tune, but conspiracy theorists are have won the game, obviously, and all the little lemmings, people who just thought they were so cool with MSNBC and their Fox News. Well, they're the, whatever. I don't know. I feel sorry for them actually, so I won't say anything more. Sirius was at the core of the calendar text, sacred knowledge of the Dogon tribe. That's African peoples, the Dogon tribe in Africa, Aboriginal Indigenous tribes. Australia, those tribes are some of the oldest, longest living with traditions that are still, viable and in continuity of transmission from their origins to present day, and the Aborigines of Australia, that knowledge, spiritual technology, undiluted, unbroken in its transmission. South Africa, sacred knowledge, these all revolve around Sirius. Indigenous tribes are typically not associated with any organized religion, yet they share beliefs and mythology to nearby tribes. Religious leaders are typically called shaman and may also be called a medicine man or witch doctor. Witch doctor is a little bit more, in my estimation, more of a derogatory kind of, but whatever. But that's ancient Egypt. Sirius was regarded as the most important star in the sky, and the astronomical foundation, the Egyptians' entire religious system, it was revered as Sothis, and was associated with Isis, the mother goddess of the Egyptian mythology. So I don't know. I'm going to hold up there, but I wanted to just kind of do something different and talk about the heavens, the cosmic entities that exist in the heavens, and how they intersect with us as humans and our spiritual knowledge and our transcendence and gnosis, our knowledge. Gnosis means knowledge. So that's what whatever sort of little gimmick I come up with, in titles, Sorcerer's Apprentice, Decoding the High Mind, Downloads from the Nine, any of that stuff, it's always about knowledge. I'm not trying to particularly, promote my agenda. I'm trying to provide spiritual technology, knowledge, and, and there's a little echo involved, well, hey, that's my little indulgence. And hopefully we can reach a compromise in how I present knowledge and gnosis. I do realize I do have it on good authority from a person whom I resonate with, who's been there for me all along. They have given me guidance, and they instructed me about the first thing that conquerors do to the conquered is they shave their heads and make them bald. But the hair system, and this person encouraged me to and gave me all kinds of detailed information on hair and the magic of hair, and how long hair, it's like they're like spiritual antennas and whatnot. So I appreciate information and comments, and I do fully plan on continuing to improve my presentation, things of those nature. But like I said, there's only very few influences that I have, and so, but I do realize that using like kind of crazy voices and whatnot is distractive and things. So if it matters to anybody, yes, I am on a continual path of improvement. I'm not a work finished. I'm a work in progress. But and I don't know everything, but I do know that I love the truth, and I seek and I aspire to further integrate the truth into my being and live from the truth and live divinely. Namaste. Namaskaram.